I lost my boyfriend, my money, and my dream job because the girl I used to bully just got her sweet revenge.
Why do I have to be punished for putting your head in the toilet?
So I've been trying to break into a niche industry. There's only 30 to 40 jobs in a city with a population of 3 million people. I'm in my late 20s, and though it took me some time to decide what I wanted to do in life, I have finished my degree and completed 2 internships.
Can you not tell us what niche it is? Why do you gotta like always make it so vague?
Why must we be constantly shrouded in mystery in these stories?
I want to know.
Give us details. I'm working part-time in a related field and freelancing while searching for a full-time job in the niche industry.
Bro, just tell us. This is so annoying,
bro.
Oh my God, I'm so annoyed.
I'm willing to move for the right job, but I'd rather stay close to home. So I was stoked last summer when I got an interview for one of the very few entry-level jobs available in my city. Nice. I ultimately didn't get it, but the interview went well enough that they encouraged me to apply the next time that they had an opening.
Okay, nice.
Then an acquaintance who works at the company called me up and asked if I wanted to grab some coffee. I figured she'd offer me some tips on how to do better next time. Instead, she told me to give up on ever being hired there.
What? That's also such a weird, like, want to grab some coffee, would love to catch up.
You will never get a job in this place as long as I'm living. You will never find a position in
niche job
ever again.
Turns out a girl that I had gone to high school with is a real rock star at this company, and she threatened to resign when it looked like I was about to be offered the job.
Wow.
I'll be honest, I wasn't a very nice person back then, and I probably was pretty awful to this girl. I looked my former classmate up, and her resume is really incredible. She graduated from college early and has awards people who've worked in our industry twice as long haven't won. Her public-facing work is top-notch, and I'm guessing she's the kind of employee a manager would want to keep around. My acquaintance's prediction appears to be true. I didn't get an interview for a new position at the company that would have been an even better fit than the one I had interviewed for. When I asked why, I was told a staffer had raised some concerns and the company would not be moving forward with my candidacy.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
Yikes. Dude, she's totally sabotaging
My
you.
God, I'm heartbroken. I've worked so hard for so long to get the training required for this type of work, and I don't think I deserve to be blacklisted for something I did when I was 17.
Maybe you should have been nicer.
Maybe. I have my former classmate's work email. Should I beg for forgiveness? Now, we got an update to this whole situation, but I mean, should you beg for forgiveness?
Let us know. I think yes. I think OP should email this person and say, hey, just heard that I didn't get the position because of some stuff you said. And I just want to take this moment to say, I am so sorry for hurting you. I was 17 and I was not the nicest person.
Yeah.
Send that out.
Yep.
I imagine this person might want the apology in person and just like...
It either goes like, okay, this is what I wanted. I'm ready for this apology in person. Or that person just like, ha ha ha. Another chance to twist the cruel knife of
niche industry.
I know you didn't solicit an update, but I felt compelled to send one. I'd written you in the spring because I was having trouble breaking into
niche industry.
In which a high school classmate I had bullied was a rock. I wanted to know if you thought apologizing would help get me a job. At the advice of the readers, I did delete the draft of the apology email that I had sitting in my inbox for quite some time. I applied for one more job with Rockstar's company, and when I didn't hear back, I decided it really and truly it was time to look somewhere else. I found a shop in a town 7 hours away that was desperate to hire someone for a 9-month paid fellowship. That started in June because the candidate they'd originally extended an offer to found a full-time permanent position. I said goodbye to my boyfriend. I packed up my car and 2 cats and I drove to a town I had never been to.
Wow.
And I hated it. I didn't hate the work. I actually loved the work, but the town sucked. Being away from my boyfriend and family sucked. Not being able to make friends sucked. Everyone else my age was married and had 2 kids already. I called my boyfriend every night crying. He was supposed to come visit me over Labor Day, but canceled at the last minute because he had work. Seeing how bummed I was, a coworker offered to swap shifts with me so I could make the trip back home for the long weekend.
Hey, at least you have good coworkers.
That's true.
That don't hate your guts because you bullied them in high school.
Yeah. No more bullying for you, truly. whatever you did seems kind of
I wonder
insane.
how bad it was. I wish we had insight into
Truly. That and what niche industry?
Tell us!
Tell us, please. I hopped in my car after work on Friday and drove all evening. I arrived at the place I had been sharing with my boyfriend before I moved. Well, I got there around 1 a.m. You probably know where this is going. He's cheating on me.
Oh. Wait, I didn't know that it was where it was going.
I was devastated. I spent the rest of the night sobbing on my sister's couch and drove back to where I was working the next morning. Except I couldn't get myself out of bed on Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday.
Shit.
I was fired after my third no-call, no-show. I had tried to get the part-time job I had before moving for the fellowship back. They said that I could come back at any time, but they'd found someone else who was faster and more efficient than I had been. Unable to afford a new place on my own, I had to move back in with my parents.
Dude, this sucks.
Not sure what else to do, I sent another desperate application to Rockstar Shop. Why do you keep applying to that specific place? Is there no place on planet Earth other than Rockstar's niche industry company that you can apply for? In an effort to cheer me up, my sister and my friends took me out to a nice dinner for my birthday at the end of September.
No, does it get worse?
This is where it goes from bad to worse.
How are you doing this? I don't understand. How does it get worse?
I drank too much wine at dinner and I got pretty weepy. I excused myself from the table to try to put myself together.
Oh, man.
And I ran into Rockstar and her husband celebrating their anniversary on the way to the bathroom. I ended up yelling and crying at her that she had ruined my life. I was asked to leave the restaurant and told I wasn't welcome back.
But I love how her solution to this girl hating her is to like bully her in this restaurant.
Yeah. That was Saturday night. I spent Sunday hungover in bed trying to figure out how to clean up the mess I've made. On Monday morning, Rockstar's manager, the one hiring for the job I'd applied to, emailed me to let me know that I've been removed from the candidate pool. She advised me not to be considered for future positions at their shop or any other in their network. That afternoon, without mentioning me or what happened to the restaurant over the weekend, Rockstar tweeted a long thread about how she'd been bullied in high school and she wishes teenagers would realize that high school ends and it does get better. She also tweeted out links to local mental health resources and the National Suicide Hotline that were liked, retweeted many, many times. So, just to recap, no job, no boyfriend, no money, no hope of ever breaking into the industry I had spent 5 years preparing to enter. It's hard to not feel like some of this is Rockstar's fault, especially given how she rubbed salt in the wound after my whole world came crashing down.
Bro, you got played. Don't be a dick bully.
And like, okay, so there's some people, I think you can give some break for, a lot of people are just bringing their problems from home into these situations. I think that there definitely are people who bully just for the sport of it. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but even as a teenager, I knew what was like, this is
you know what's right and wrong.
You know what I mean? Like,
and hey, like people can change, but I actually think that OP did not show any signs of being a good person in this.
There was no apology. The problem was, I guess, at the advice of the people was she deleted the begging email, but she didn't write.
She should have had an apology.
Email.
Yeah.
Really?
Reddit, you gave bad advice on this one, man. You gave bad advice. Hey, listen to the advice daddies over here.
Big advice daddy.
We're gonna make sure your sweet little ass is all right. Just send the freaking apology. I think everyone's a little bit of an asshole here.
The verdict is in.
What do you think? Put it in the comments, and also like think of that like person that bullied you in like middle school and high school.
Yeah.
What would you do if they were applying to a job that you were a rock star in?
Yep.
In that niche industry of yours. I want to know what you would do / say to your middle school or high school bully.
Let us know.
I told my best friend that I wouldn't be her bridesmaid after what she tried to do to my boyfriend. You won't believe how she responded. My friend Mary and I have known each other since we were children. We've grown apart over the past few years, but she still considers me important enough to make me a bridesmaid. Her wedding is set to be in 3 weeks. One reason, though, I'd sort of distanced myself from her was because of her treatment of my relationship. My boyfriend, Jack, and I have been together for 3.5 years. He's a wonderful person, and there is no doubt in my mind that this is the man that I want to marry. But Mary is under the impression that Jack is too good for me.
Aren't you usually gassing your friends up? You know what I mean?
Well, it's actually not that he sucks, it's that you suck. Your friend is saying you suck, and so you shouldn't be in a relationship with him.
You look like a dumpster fire with those highlights.
Yeah. You have the personality of a plank of wood that I want to burn. Jack comes from a very wealthy background. His parents are certainly very wealthy. He was practically guaranteed a lavish life from the moment that he left the womb. This is a stark contrast to my childhood. I grew up in a low-income neighborhood, often wondering where my next meal was, or how I was going to help pay the bills at a young age, etc. I'm grateful and proud for where I am today. Jack is also considered to be conventionally attractive, always looking like he should be on some magazine or billboard somewhere. OP, it sounds like you just freaking hit gold right here.
Ooh, goodness
baby.
gracious.
Jack's good looks and background have led Mary to believe that Jack deserves better than me. As according to her, there's no way I could have pulled someone so attractive and so rich. When you have friends like that, why do you need enemies? Like, seriously. Holy shit. I cannot imagine being friends with someone that was like that said that seriously to me.
You know, Sam, some things out there are shrimpy wimpy.
I hate shrimpy under the sea animals.
Other things are top dog.
Like dolphins.
Like dolphins.
You know what also reminds me of like the shrimp of the world? Most nicotine products.
Terrible for you.
Gets your teeth all dirty.
Lucy is the nicotine alternative, y'all.
If you're an adult and like the occasional nicotine product, there is a better option for you. Actually, the best option, and that's Lucy.
Good alternative. You're in the office.
Pop a little pouch.
That's right. A little icebreaker to break that ice. And you know, they got espresso, they got apple cider, mango. They got some fun flavors going on over there.
But it's only if you're a freaking adult.
That's right. And Sam, we got a deal. Viewers get 20% off when they order from Lucy.co and use the promo code OKOP.
Go to lucy.co. That's lucy.co and use promo code OKOP for your discount.
Remember, Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product does contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Let's get back to the show.
It's pretty disheartening to hear those things constantly, and it does take a toll on you and the friendship. No fucking shit.
Yeah.
Whenever Jack is around, she's quite polite and respectful, never once making those comments. And then eventually the comments stopped. Okay. At least they stopped. But still, I'm looking at the whole history of the friendship. I'm like, bro,
it's sus.
It's sus. It's sus for sure. Mary invited me to lunch with her fiance and his friend, Gary. From the moment I arrived, Mary and her fiance were consumed in their own conversation, paying no attention to the both of us. It was fine, as Gary seemed to be a great lad and a great chat. He asked me why I was single, and I told him that I was actually in a happy, committed relationship. Gary, where are you getting this bad info?
Yeah.
He was taken aback by my answer. He told me that Mary had set up a blind double date of sorts for the both of us.
Oh my God.
She's like, I think actually this guy would be great. Gary's a little bit more of your own speed, you know, like ugly and poor. But if you get past that and go to his like personality, that sucks too. And I think you would be perfect together. I was very confused and slightly angry. I didn't want to be confrontational at lunch, especially in public. So I just carried on with the lunch. Luckily, Gary wasn't upset and ended up making a few jokes about the whole ordeal. So it seems like Gary's pretty chill.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
I called Mary later on in the day and asked her a ton of questions about why she thought it was okay to do that. At first, she tried to deny it, but then she tried to justify it by saying, Gary is a man who's more in my league.
What do you care?
What do you care?
Other than you care about the guy
Getting
she's
that
with.
Sausage.
Oh, God.
So Jack is the boyfriend.
Yeah.
I think she knows who she wants to jack. Gary is a man who's more in my league, and since he was also a groomsman, we needed to get to know each other better. I was shocked by her bluntness, so I just told her I didn't want to be her bridesmaid anymore, which, thank the Lord, a long time coming.
I like it.
Like, who freaking does that
Who
to a
does
friend?
that to you?
Granted,
Preposterous.
it was a pretty impulsive decision, but I still stand by it, as you should.
Stand.
Your friends are supposed to be your friends and supposed to hype you up.
They're supposed to build you up as a person.
To make you think that you're more than you are now.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good friend. Mary didn't take it well. She tried to apologize and said it was a mistake. And it's been a few days, and her fiance has been texting me, asking me to suck it up for the wedding. I feel pretty conflicted right now. So, what do you think? Like, is OP the a-hole? Is Mary the a-hole? What do you think about, I don't know, this Jack character that's so good looking and so rich?
Oh, God.
What would you do if your friend said your crush or your significant other was too good for you and you should try someone a little bit within your own league? Put your answers, what you would say in the comments. But John, what do you think?
You know what? I could give it to the friend, even if maybe she thinks that, okay, whatever. Never, ever act out and speak out on it and just try to find other ways to build up your friend.
Yeah.
Like, that's what friendship is about.
And also, there are more reasons that people are together other than money and looks.
Cars.
401k.
Boom.
Houses.
Yep.
Marriage with no prenups.
Yes.
Don't take shit from anyone.
That's right.
Have good friends around you. You deserve people
You
that support
do.
you. And if people aren't like supporting you, then you should probably not have them in your life.
End of story.
End of story. So get more of those friends. Karen mom demands that I exit the elevator, but her reign of terror ends today.
We will take the elevator back from the Karens.
Okay. A neighbor of mine has 7 children. Damn. And they are all under the age of 9. Damn. I've seen her many times, and she always demands people take the next elevator because she has kids and needs to get home. She has physically shoved into elevators and forced people out, including my elderly father. Move over, old man. I was on my way home from work. I take public transit, and she was on the bus with all the kids. They were screaming and running up and down the aisle, basically making such a scene that the driver asked her to have the kids sit down before they get hurt.
My God.
Sure enough, one of the kids was spinning around the poles and bumped her head as we were going over the train tracks near my place and started screaming. She looked
God.
like she was physically okay. No blood, not even a red mark, but she screeched the rest of the ride. I was first in the building and hit the elevator button. And then she came in with her double stroller and her gaggle of children. As I stepped in the elevator, and then I held the door for her. So OP's trying to be the good guy and just like hold the door.
Like, all right, come on.
She told me that I would have to get out and wait for the next one. I said, excuse me? After OP held the door for you?
Oh, God.
She became irate and pointed at her kids and said, excuse me, do you understand what I'm dealing with here? I said, I understand that it's overwhelming, but I had worked a long day and I needed to get home.
I understand you don't know how to use protection. We get it.
Yeah, how about you freaking wrap it?
Come on.
I said, in or out, because I'm going now. She pulled her stroller and kids out, calling me an asshole the entire time. A few people were waiting behind her and got in with me. 2 began thanking me for standing up to her because she does this all the time.
Hero.
Can you imagine?
That would be so awful.
But the other one called me an asshole for not being sympathetic to her situation.
Huh.
I don't think people should have to make constant accommodations for people just because they have kids, especially when they're rude and demanding. But am I the a-hole here? And an edit, people are concerned with the way that this woman has treated my father. She did not physically touch him. He was in the elevator and she pushed her stroller in, waved her arm, and yelled at him to get out several times. Because he's hearing impaired, he was confused and only knew that she was yelling at him, and he got off the elevator. Had she put her hands on him, charges would have been filed. Okay, so to go back to OP's question,
Yep.
do you think OP's the a-hole? Let us know in the comments. Put it in below. What do you think of this Karen character? But John, what are your thoughts?
I think I have a solution.
Oh, please tell me.
We build a new decoy elevator. We'll let her decide, right? Like, same situation. There's OP holding the door. And he's like, do you want to get in or get out? And this is her final chance. If she's like, you know what? Yeah, let
I've
me get
seen
in.
the error of my ways.
Let me get in. We can all share the elevator together. Then great. Then we'll be like, you pass the test and we'll all cheer for her. If she doesn't, we bring her and her gaggle of Karen babies in there, and we lock them in and contain them from spreading their terror across the world.
I think that's a perfect solution. If you're in favor of trapping children and parents in elevators, please hit like. I couldn't get my passport because of unpaid child support. I don't have a child. But now I'm finding out the truth.
You know, you think you're just going on a little vacay to Cancun, and all of a sudden you've got a baby.
It happens like that sometimes. I received this letter in the mail in a response to a passport application I submitted almost a year ago. I contacted my Department of State after months without a response regarding my application and never heard anything since. Fast forward to today, I randomly received this letter stating they denied my request because I owe child support payments. Yikes.
Yikes.
I am 32 and have no knowledge of a child whatsoever. Hell, I'm not sure I've even had unprotected sex, let alone with a stranger who I would expect would notify me if a child that's potentially mine.
Nerd.
Yeah, come on, you're not raw dogging. It's freaking me out. And of course it happens on a Friday when I can't get closure until next week. Is it possible I have a child and nobody has once ever tried to contact me about my parental obligations? Is it possible the government made an administrative mistake with the letter? My name is somewhat common, but they attached my birth certificate and stuff, so it just seems weird. There is an update, but John, what do you think?
I think my man is about to find a little baby on his hands.
Nice try, OP.
Yeah, nice try, buddy.
Sure enough, I called the Department of Health and Human Services the moment they opened up today because man was hella nervous. And the first thing they said is, we get this call daily and you're on the hook for 10 babies.
Oh, God.
So, let me look you up and confirm. They even have an automated option when you call that specifically outlines this exact scenario.
If you have a form saying that you have a child that you never knew existed, press 4.
In short, no kid and the passport center is terrible. Just wanted to let anyone know if they were curious, and I'm glad that I have some closure. What a frightening call to get, frightening letter to get.
My God.
If this has happened to you, let me know.
Yeah, apparently there's a bunch of people
Yeah,
tapping.
apparently they have a whole hotline to it.
Drop your passport kids in the comments,
Yeah.
guys.
All right, we'll see you soon.